Good morning, everybody. So let's have a look at the Aussie, South African top 40, and again we start with a weekly. So far we've had a pretty good week. If you look where we are at the moment, almost in the middle of the week, and we've had a nice solid green bar forming. We are still on this breakout level here. Okay, we may be slightly over it, but we are just on it. We're also in between Kijinson and Tekinson. And Tekinson is pointing to the downside, which is a little concerning. So if we just run along there, and we'll look at that again in the lower time frames. And the last thing that we need to take cognizance of is that, but we're quite far away from there. Okay, so let's just get into the daily. Okay, so just from a price action perspective here, we've had a lot of indecision here. So lots of tails to the top, lots of sellers coming in on this weekly level, which is also a daily breakout. There it is there. And it's also an area of resistance in the past over here. Okay. So we do have a daily pin bar that's formed, which normally would be a bullish signal. I mean, if you look at this pin bar here, okay, and it kind of is off a level because it's come off Kijinson, this red line here. And remember, this green line is now from the weekly, and get back there so you see, and that's Tekinson. Okay, so Tekinson is that green line there. In fact, let's just color code it so we know exactly what we're talking about. Okay, now obviously we'd need a weekly close above it to confirm that we've broken above it. So at this stage we're just pushing above it. We can still come back. Now this bar that we have here, there's obviously one of two things that could happen. It's either going to continue to the upside, or this is going to be a hanging man and we're going to come back to the downside. So often when you see a pin bar at a major level like that, it's an indication that the next bar will be a red bar. Let's just see if we can see. There we go. So there you can see some indecision bars. Okay, not really a pin bar, but long tail down, and then we sell off. Okay, and it was at it was kind of at it was at a level. It was at the Brooks level here, the Brooks gap level. Okay, and can we see anything else here? No, not really. Okay, so the jury's still out whether this is going to break up or break down. The positive part is that we have Kijinson and Tekinson coming together here, maybe for a crossover. We have the cloud looking for a twist, and Sikuspan is still bearish. It needs to get through all of this mess for it to become bullish. So let's just get down to the 4 hour. Okay, so again, we still have this inverse head and shoulders in play. We have this cup and handle, and now we've got a second handle that's formed. Okay, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches of this area of resistance here. And one thing that we just want to have a look at here is from the previous swing high, which is that tail there. Where are we? We're just on the 61.8 Fibonacci expansion. Okay, so and then the last thing we want to do on this time frame is just do that. So And this channel is visible on the daily as well. There it is there. Okay. It's just a little bit clearer on the 4 hour. So you can see we're still within this channel. But for me, we are forming triple top at the moment within the channel. Triple chop, and then there's the fourth top. Okay, so this level is extremely important. Okay, so this breakout level here, if that breaks, then we definitely in with the chance of it moving to the upside. Okay, but where we stand now, and futures is at 51.94. Okay, so we're 100 points below this at the moment, but that's kind of typical for IG, so there's nothing to read into that. So I think the key thing is here, break above this line here and a hold on the 4 hour will give us some direction, probably to this trend line. Well, first the 200 EMA, then this trend line and this pin bar. Okay. However, a break of this downward trend line here is going to bring us some downward targets, and I think you need to look at the daily for those. So you're going to come back to test the bottom of this pin bar, obviously, because that's the weekly Dickinson, and if that holds, great, we've got a good chance of moving to the upside. If that fails, then we're moving further down, and we're going to come down and start challenging some of these levels here. Let's drill down to the hour and let's get a... Okay, so for all intents and purposes right now, that's the line in the sand. So should this break to the upside, we have a range break to the upside. Should it break the downside, we have a range break to the downside. So that's kind of the be-all and end-all of the Aussie at the moment. So we're kind of in limbo, probably waiting on Europe and the US to get some direction. And we'll have a look at those charts just now. But we have come together here. We haven't crossed over, but Kijinson and Dickinson have come together. Okay, so really just indecision at the moment. So all that's going to happen is either we're going to bounce, Dickinson will start pointing to the upside and we'll start breaking through, or alternatively it's going to cross over and we'll come back down and we're going to probably just sit in this range. So yeah, so I think for me, probably downside first and then to see what happens from the open. Well, that's Aussie. Hope it helps, and I'll catch you later.